Every single morning when you open your eyes, you got two choices, two paths, two directions. You can either roll back over, pull those covers up, and stay comfortable in your dreams. Or you can throw those covers off, put your feet on the ground, and go after everything you said you wanted. Success ain't gonna knock on your door while you're sleeping. Opportunities ain't gonna wait for you to wake up at noon. You gotta get up, you gotta grind, you gotta chase it like your life depends on it because it does. The question is what you gonna do. Are you gonna sleep on your dreams? Or are you gonna wake up and make them real? Every morning, when the alarm clock rings, a choice presents itself. It's a simple choice, yet it defines everything about who you are and who you will become. The moment your eyes open, you stand at a crossroads. One path leads back to sleep, to comfort, to that warm bed where dreams feel safe and effortless. The other path demands action, demands discomfort, demands that you rise and chase those dreams before they slip through your fingers. This moment, seemingly small and insignificant, is where everything begins. Most people don't realize the power of this choice. They think it's just another morning, just another day. But the truth is, the way you start your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. If you choose comfort first, if you let yourself slip back under the covers, you've already surrendered the day. You've already let the world know that comfort matters more than progress. But if you choose to rise, if you choose to step into the discomfort of discipline, you're telling the universe that you mean business. You're telling your dreams that they matter enough for you to chase them. Success isn't about luck. It's not about who has the most talent or the best resources. It's about mindset. It's about discipline. It's about making the hard choice over and over again until it becomes second nature. Waking up early isn't just about getting a head start on the day. It's about proving to yourself that you have control over your life. It's about showing up for yourself even when you don't feel like it. Because the truth is, there will always be days when you don't feel like getting up. There will always be mornings when you're tired, when your bed feels like the best place in the world, when your dreams feel distant and impossible. But those are the mornings that matter the most. Those are the mornings that separate the winners from the dreamers. Every time you choose to wake up and chase your goals, you build momentum. You create a habit of action. And once action becomes a habit, success becomes inevitable. Think about the most successful people in the world. They don't sleep in. They don't hit snooze 10 times. They get up, they attack the day, and they make things happen. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't wait until they feel motivated. They understand that motivation follows action, not the other way around. The reason so many people never reach their full potential is because they don't recognize how much power is hidden in their daily choices. They think success is about one big break, one lucky moment, one golden opportunity. But success is built in the small moments, in the decisions that seem insignificant. It's built in the choice to wake up early instead of sleeping in. It's built in the choice to go to the gym instead of making excuses. It's built in the choice to work on your dream instead of wasting time on distractions. Discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows with use. The more you choose discipline over comfort, the stronger it becomes. And the stronger it becomes, the easier it gets to make the right choices. But just like a muscle, if you don't use it, it weakens. If you keep choosing comfort, if you keep telling yourself that 5 more minutes won't hurt, eventually, Those 5 minutes turn into an hour. That hour turns into a day. That day turns into a lifetime of unfulfilled dreams. There's a reason why people say the way you start your morning determines the rest of your day. If you start with discipline, if you start with action, you set yourself up for success. You train your mind to push through resistance. You build the mindset that says, I do what needs to be done, no matter how I feel. And that mindset, that's what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only talk about them. Think about the times you've made excuses. Think about the times you've told yourself, I'll start tomorrow. How many of those tomorrows have come and gone? How many opportunities have you missed because you chose comfort over progress? The truth is, nobody is going to chase your dreams for you. Nobody is going to do the work for you. You have to decide every single morning whether you're going to keep sleeping on your potential or wake up and fight for it. The world doesn't reward people who stay in bed. It rewards people who get up and get after it. It rewards those who are willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success. Every time you choose discipline, you get one step closer to the life you want. Every time you hit snooze, you push that life further away. And the crazy part, most people don't even realize they're doing it. They don't realize that their future is being shaped by the choices they make before the sun even rises. This is where everything begins, before the emails, before the meetings, before the workouts, before the grind. This is where success is built. Not in the big moments, but in the small ones. Not in the grand gestures, but in the tiny decisions that add up over time. If you can master the first decision of your day, if you can choose discipline over comfort the moment your eyes open, you set the tone for everything else. Discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Every day, there's a battle between comfort and progress. Comfort whispers that there's always tomorrow, that 5 more minutes of sleep won't hurt, that taking a day off won't make a difference, but progress demands effort, consistency, and sacrifice. The people who reach their goals aren't the ones who always feel like working hard. They're the ones who push through even when they don't feel like. If the world is full of talented people who never reach their potential because they choose comfort over discipline. They have the skills, the ideas, the ambition, but they lack the one thing that truly matters: commitment to the process. Talent without discipline is wasted. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. It's not enough to want success, to dream about it, to talk about it. At some point, you have to be willing to put in the work. No matter how uncomfortable it gets, discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up early when your body wants to sleep. It's putting in extra hours when everyone else is relaxing. It's choosing to push through fatigue, boredom, and frustration because the goal is bigger than the momentary discomfort. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who always have motivation. They are the ones who have trained themselves to take action regardless of how they feel. Comfort is the enemy of growth. When you stay in your comfort zone, you stay the same. Nothing great has ever been achieved by someone who was unwilling to step outside of what was easy. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you push past the limits you thought you had, when you do things that scare you, when you embrace the struggle instead of avoiding it. The greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders in the world didn't get there by choosing comfort. They got there by making sacrifices, by showing up on the hard days, by doing what others weren't willing to do. There will always be excuses, always a reason why today is the right day, why the timing imperfect, why you should wait until you're more prepared. But discipline doesn't wait for perfect conditions. Discipline doesn't care about excuses. Discipline says, start now. The people who win in life are the ones who understand that waiting for motivation is a losing game. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is what carries you through when motivation fades. The problem is that most people live by their feelings. If they don't feel like doing something, they won't do it. But if success was based on feelings, everyone would have it. Success is based on consistency, on showing up, on doing the work no matter what. The hardest part is always getting started, but once you train yourself to take action without waiting for motivation, you become unstoppable. Every day you have a choice. You can choose what's easy, what's comfortable, what feels good in the moment, or you can choose what's necessary, what's difficult, what leads to the life you want. The more you choose discipline, the stronger it becomes. And the stronger it becomes, the easier it gets to make the right choices. It's a cycle. Each disciplined action reinforces the next, but it works the other way too. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, you weaken your ability to take action. The key to success is training yourself to take action regardless of how you feel. If you only work hard when you feel like it, you'll never be consistent. If you never learn to push through discomfort, you'll never grow. If you never embrace the struggle, you'll never experience the breakthrough. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. It's what separates those who almost make it from those who actually do. Opportunities don't wait for anyone. Every second that passes is a second that someone else is using to get ahead. The world is moving fast, and if you're not moving with it, you're getting left behind. There's no pause button, no rewind, no way to make up for lost time. The moment you decide to hit snooze, to delay your progress, to put off chasing your dreams, someone else is out there making it happen. The people who win in life are the ones who understand that time is the most valuable resource they have, and they refuse to waste it. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who go after it with everything they have. Too many people sit around waiting for the right moment, the perfect opportunity, the ideal circumstances. But the truth is, opportunities don't just show up, they are created. If you wait for success to knock on your door, you'll be waiting forever. The people who achieve their goals are the ones who wake up early, stay up late, and put in the work when nobody is watching. They don't wait for things to happen. They make things happen. Every day that you wake up is another chance to move closer to your goals, but only if you take action. Wasting time in the morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. If you start slow, if you start lazy, if you start with excuses, you're already setting yourself up for failure. That's why the most successful people in the world have strict morning routines. They know that the way they start their day determines how they'll finish it. They don't waste time scrolling through their phones. They don't hit snooze, and they don't wait for motivation to kick in. They get up, they get moving, and they get ahead. When you waste time in the morning, you're not just losing minutes or hours, you're losing momentum. Success is all about momentum. The more consistent you are, the easier it gets to keep going. But the opposite is also true. If you start your day with procrastination, with delay, with hesitation, it becomes harder and harder to shift into action. One missed opportunity turns into another. One wasted morning turns into a wasted day, then a wasted week, then a wasted life. There's always someone out there working harder, pushing further, doing what you're not willing to do. And when the time comes to compete, to step up, to prove yourself, the difference will show. The people who rise to the top aren't necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They're the ones who refuse to let a single opportunity slip through their fingers. They treat every moment as if it's their last chance to make progress. They don't sleep on their dreams because they know that every day is a race, and only the ones who keep running will reach the finish line. Reality is that success doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you don't feel like it, if you're not in the mood. It rewards those who show up consistently, who take action even when it's hard, who push through when others give up. The people who get ahead in life aren't the ones who wait for the perfect timing. They're the ones who start before they're ready every morning. The world gives you the choices: get up and take control of your destiny, or stay in bed and let life pass you by. The people who win are the ones who make the decision to chase their dreams before the rest of the world even wakes up. The ones who waste time, who delay, who hesitate, they're the ones who look back years later and wonder where all the time went. Dreams are worthless without action. Thinking about success, planning for it, talking about it, none of that means anything unless you take real, consistent action. Too many people get stuck in the cycle of wishing, hoping, and imagining a better future, but they never do the one thing that actually matters: putting in the work. Ideas are cheap. Execution is everything. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's the willingness to take action, even when it's uncomfortable, even when the results aren't immediate, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Most people wait. They wait for the right moment, the perfect circumstances, a sign from the universe. They wait until they feel ready. But the truth is, you will never feel completely ready. There will always be doubts, fears, and reasons to delay. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect time. It's about starting before you're ready and figuring it out along the way. If you're waiting for confidence before you take action, you'll be waiting forever. Confidence comes from doing. It comes from showing up every day and proving to yourself that you can do hard things. The first step is always the hardest, but once you take it, momentum starts to build. Action beats intention every time. You can have the best plan in the world, the most detailed strategy, the most inspiring vision, but if you never execute, it doesn't matter. The people who win in life aren't the ones with the best ideas. They're the ones who take action, who experiment, who fail, who learn, and who keep going. Too many people are perfectionists. They want everything to be just right before they start. But perfection is just another excuse for procrastination. It's easier to sit back and plan than it is to actually do the work. But no matter how much you plan, nothing changes until you take action. There will always be obstacles. There will always be things you don't know, skills you haven't mastered, and challenges you didn't expect. But taking action despite those things is what leads to growth. The more you do, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more capable you become. The people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who embrace it, who see it as part of the process, who use it as fuel instead of letting it stop them. Waiting feels safe. It feels comfortable. It feels logical, but it's the enemy of progress. Every day you spend waiting is a day you'll never get back. Every opportunity you hesitate on is one that someone else is seizing. Every moment you spend doubting yourself is a moment you could be using to take one small step forward. Success isn't built overnight, but it is built in small, consistent actions taken every single day. You don't need to see the whole path before you start walking. You just need to take the next step. Fear is what keeps most people stuck. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of wasting time. But the real failure in trying and falling short, it's never trying at all. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to let failure stop them. Every setback is a lesson. Every mistake is an opportunity to grow. The only way to truly fail is to do nothing. Action creates results. It creates momentum. It builds confidence. It separates the people who talk about success from the people who actually achieve it. If you want something, go get it. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop making excuses. The only way to make your dreams real is to wake up and start chasing them.